Hey everybody, welcome back. So we're going to go thrifting today, but we are going to change things up a bit. We're going to be doing this Halloween edition. So my kids told me that they want us to all match for Halloween, and this hasn't happened in a long time. I used to make my kids costumes, and we used to all match family theme when they were little. I've done Frozen, we've been goddesses, we did Alice in Wonderland, we've done what else, Maleficent, the list goes on. I have a lot of things that I've worked on, and when my kids got older, I assumed they didn't want to do matching stuff anymore, so I let them do their thing. They've done several different things in the past, and this year my kids decided they wanted us all to match. We put some little names in a hat and we picked and choose. The last one that we opened up, that's what we were going to be, and we got DC heroes, which we're going to be superheroes from DC. My little one is going to be Red Hood, my oldest is going to be Green Lantern, and I decided to go for Poison Ivy. So I'm excited and nervous because I haven't worked on costumes in a while. And I'm excited because now that I know how to use my machine, I'm excited on what I'm going to be able to create. I have so many ideas, it's just the time. So I'm hoping that I can take all my day off just to work on, their Halloween's costumes, and they're done before Halloween, and I'm not trying to rush and finish last minute things that day. So I'm excited. I'm gonna go to two different thrift stores. I'm here at the Salvation Army now, and then I'm gonna go to Goodwill, because Goodwill tends to have a lot of things for like Halloween and accessories, and that's what I mainly want, to see if I can find certain accessories that I need for their costumes, and others I feel like I'm going to make them from scratch, like gloves or certain like boots and belts that they need. So let's go on in, let's start, because I'm excited, and hopefully we find more than enough things for the costumes, because if I have leftovers, that's okay. I have like a Halloween bin that I tend to collect stuff for when it's Halloween. We just grab things from there. I have a few things, but not what I need. I went through it already, so let's do this. So I found this bin as I walked in with a lot of accessory, which is nice. I need a mask for my little one's costume. Like this could be useful for like a mold. It could help, this one's a little too round. And I do need a shield, but mainly the mask, like something like this. I just need a mold. I found this area full of like craft supplies, which is kind of funny. They have all these zippers. I was debating if I was going to need one for my oldest costume, but if I find what I'm looking for, I won't need it. I also need plants like poison ivy to put all over. This has a few of them, but I need like a lot. So I don't know if I'll take that. But it's funny, they have so many things back here. It reminds me of that the show from Barney, when he had like the bag and it had like a bunch of stuff and you like look through it. Buttons, I don't need buttons, but those are cute buttons. More buttons. These are adorable. They're like two shaded. What are these? Oh, these are for like the sewing machine. I have a lot of those, otherwise I would definitely pick those up. More buttons. Let's see, what else? Oh, I thought they were glue. I don't know what those are, but I thought they were glue. What else? Bells. Oh, cute. They definitely have a lot of things, but not what I'm looking for. Found this bucket, and I'm hoping it has some poison ivy leaves that I could use somewhere hidden down here in all this rubble. I'm seeing a lot of succulents, which is funny because I need those for a different project that I'm working on for the pool, even though it's fall. But unfortunately, I'm not seeing any poison ivy. So I need boots for all of the costumes. My little one needs like army boots, and me and my oldest need like at least knee-length boots for our costumes. These are adorable, but I have something kind of like this at home. Not exactly. I was even thinking I could do like a sock detail where you would put it over the boot to change the color, but I'm not really seeing anything that's catching my eye.
light spills like honey down the street. I hear the echoes of a slow heartbeat.
It's funny because I was thinking of using something kind of like this, and I could like build around it for the Green Lantern one, but it's purple. If it would have been black, would have been good, because it kind of has something in mind like this. So it's cute though, but not the color I need. So for my little one's costume, I need some jeans, preferably like a brownish tannish color with a bunch of pockets. Yeah, kind of like this. So these are close to the ones that are on the picture, just that they're a little like tight. I like these pockets on the pants. I just don't know about the bottom. I'm gonna take a picture of them and send them one to my little one. I think she'll fit in this size. I like the detail, I like the pockets, I like the color, the strings like I said on the bottom. I don't know, we'll see. So I need a belt, or at least a few belts that kind of match. I'm gonna try to DIY my daughter's, oh my bad. I'm trying to DIY my daughter's like gun holster that's part of her costume. So I need the belt to be black, and I would love if the buckle was a certain style, like squared. But so far I don't see anything quite like what I'm looking for.
Where the sidewalk meets the heat. Oh, the soul keeps singing low. Where the winds of love still blow. Let the rhythm take control. Music for the soul. Music for the soul.
I was in the jacket section because I was trying to find a jacket for my little one's costume. She needs something like a faux leather style of jacket. I saw this one right here in the kids section. However, it was a little too small, and the condition of this jacket really had me wondering why they were still trying to sell it. Unfortunately, I did not find anything that we could use. I just turned on the car, so it's a little hot in here, but I'm super excited. We found two pieces. I put two pieces for my little one. Her costume, I felt like it was a little bit more difficult than the rest, but I found two of the major pieces for her, which makes me super happy because I was a little worried. And right away we had some good luck, so I'm super happy. Hopefully this good luck train keeps on going. We're gonna head over to Goodwill now because I didn't find a lot of accessories that I was wanting here, so hopefully we find that over there. Goodwill tends to have like a lot of Halloween stuff out in this time, and so yeah, let's go on over and hopefully we find stuff. I didn't find anything for me, so I'm crossing my fingers I have more luck over there. I'm actually very surprised their music is not super loud right now, so I'm going to talk to you guys as long as I can before they pump up the music. As I walked in, I found this section right here, which is really cute. It has a bunch of costumes. I'm hoping something is here that I could use for my costume or my oldest's costume. This might work. It looks like it's Peter Pan because of the hat, but I can take what I don't need off the costume and keep what I need. This is a potential. We will try this. But so far, don't see anything else. So let's continue. So like I said, I need boots for all the costumes, and hopefully I find something like this. These look, oh yes, these definitely look size 8 wide, which is not bad. These could work. Closer look at the boots. They're exactly what I was wanting. They're a little dirty, but I can clean that. They're not a bad price, and they're good size. Super excited. So right after that clip, the music got super loud, so we have to switch over to voiceover now. But before I went into Goodwill, I kind of had an idea of what I was going to look for when I got into the store. Luckily, Goodwills tend to have everything color-coded and sometimes even sized, so that way it makes it easier and quicker for you to find things. I knew for a fact I needed a short sleeve black shirt for my little one and a long sleeve black shirt for my oldest. So I went straight to those areas to find them, and luckily I did find them. I just happened to cut off the camera
right as soon as I found those. So we didn't get the clips. And then from here, we headed over to the jackets because I needed a jacket for my little one. And of course, I got a little sidetracked. I saw this really pretty green blazer, one of my favorite colors, dark green. Very cute. However, it was from Shein, so I put her back. Even though I was in love with the cuffs on the blazer, we left her behind and continued looking for that faux leather jacket for my little one. I was indecisive if I wanted it in a black or in a brown. The pictures that we found like on Pinterest and stuff had both colors, so it just, whichever one I guess I found in the moment was the one that was going to get chosen. However, I did find a faux leather jacket for myself, which was really pretty. It fit well, really nice. I think it was from Forever 21 if I'm not mistaken. However, I did leave it behind because on camera it looks black, but it was actually a blue black color, which I was not a fan of. So from the jackets, I headed over to the shorts. I was looking for some ballerina shorts, which tend to be on the shorter side. And since my oldest was going to be wearing some leggings, I wanted her to wear those shorts on top of the leggings. This way, it looked like it was a jumpsuit, you know, all together, yet it was separate pieces. I did find a few. Unfortunately, they had some color details on them. If it wasn't pink, it was blue. There was something that was just off with the shorts. So unfortunately, I had no luck in the shorts section, but I knew I was headed the right direction. So from here, I headed over to the curtain section because I was trying to find some satin material that maybe I could use to make some gloves. I did find this satin pillowcase right here, but I needed more, and this was the only piece I found. So I decided to just put it back because I would have preferred for more pieces. That way the color wouldn't be off in case I found it somewhere else. So I just decided to put it back. And then before I left, I headed over to the green section. Of course, I did get a little sidetrack. I found these pants right here, which were adorbs, but they were from Shein, so we just went right past them. I was trying to find some green leggings that I could potentially use for my costume. I was in between green and black, and then finally decided on the green. This way it would all, you know, cohesive all together, since we're going for the dark green poison ivy color. I found these right here, which I thought were nice. However, they had like a zipper in the front. I really didn't want them that style. I really wanted them, prefer them as leggings. And then I found these right here. I was so excited when I found these because they were the perfect color that I was looking for. They were leggings and they were thick, that were not super thin. So they went immediately into the car. And just to make sure there wasn't, you know, anything else that I probably could potentially use, just in case those didn't fit, I wanted to look a little bit more because there was more green up ahead. I did find these right here. Again, not the style I was looking for, and I found these. Yet these had some type of design on the side, and it was a no for me.
And we are done. I think I'm gonna have to go to another thrift store because I'm missing a few pieces that I really want to find. But for the moment, I did find a few good pieces. Two things I want to say for everybody's outfit. I found my outfit, which is super funny because I was not planning to, and I can't believe like we found the leggings together. I swear I kind of already had in my mind where I wanted to go into the store. That way I didn't wander off, even though I still did. I had a few side quests where I was in there, but I tried to stay on task and I did, which I'm super happy. I found even the shoes for my little one, which was so awesome. There was this one lady that when she saw me grab them, she's like, oh my gosh, those are awesome. And I was like, they're for Halloween, but I can't believe I found them. She's like, girl, that was a steal. So because they were $9.99, and then I got 40% off them because they were red tags, so not bad. They are a little bit dirty, so I am going to have to clean them up in that, but they're just like the picture. So I was super happy I found those, and maybe, I don't know, my daughter ends up liking them. But for now, the costume is almost complete, at least hers. My oldest, I have a few details that I'm gonna have to DIY myself because I don't think I'm gonna find them in store, but I still wanted to look just in case. But other than that, I am done. I'm excited. Can't wait to get all these outfits together. I am tired, and I came to get some food. Ooh, I came really quick to McDonald's. I needed to get a little wrap or something in my tummy. That way I can hold off a little bit more because I'm gonna go somewhere real quick before I go home. and I was starting to get hungry really bad, and I didn't want to get sick because I tend to, like, I don't know, not eat when I'm supposed to, so then I get super hungry. But anyways, I will let you guys go. I will show you the pieces that I got a little bit later, because I did get some other pieces that were not part of Halloween, and I still want to show them to you really quick. So yeah, we'll do that a little bit later, or I might just end up putting the other pieces if I go thrifting tomorrow as well. I don't know, we'll see what we do. But anyways, I'll talk to you guys a little bit later. Oh, I needed that. I'm thirsty. So we are back. It is a new day. I actually did go thrifting to 3 different stores the next day. I didn't film it because I really wanted to just go in really quickly, look around and see if I could find what I was looking for, and then just hop onto the next one. And that's what I did. And I got super lucky because I found so many good pieces for each of the costumes. And yeah, so let's go ahead and do the haul so I can show you. And then I'll show you pictures of, like, maybe on Pinterest that I found, where I was trying to get my, where I got my inspiration from. I'm super happy with most of the pieces. I am missing a few things, but I will have to probably DIY those myself. But for now, I'm super happy with everything. I can't wait to get started on working on these. So let's go ahead and show you the little haul. For my little one's costume, she was going to be Red Hood, which is one of the sons from Batman. And there were so many pictures on Pinterest, and I took a few because there's been some girl versions of Red Hood, and of course, the male version of Red Hood. And I kind of wanted to mix both of those together. So I was lucky at Salvation Army, and I found the jeans that we found together. I really like these jeans because of the pockets, and most of all the pictures that I found, the jeans were like in this color with pockets. And I wasn't a fan of the drawstring down here, but I later figured out that I can do this and open them up to make them a little bit wider, and I think that's what we might do, or we might stick them in the boot. I'm still not quite sure, but most of the pictures that I found had this style of jean, and so super happy I found these. So for the shirt part for my little one's shirt, it looked just like a black plain tee. However, it has the symbol of Batman here in red. I decided to just find, a plain black shirt. This one I found it at Goodwill, and I'm just going to DIY something on here with the Batman logo on here on red. I have some fabric that I'm just going to cut out and then just put it on here. So that's going to be perfect, and it fit her perfectly. This one I bought at Goodwill. Another amazing piece that I found for my little one's costume were the boots that we found together at Goodwill. I was super excited when I found these. These are actually from Walmart. They're from Time and True. They're in the 8W, and they were $9.99, but I hadn't realized it yet, but the red tags were actually 40% off. So I got these like for $7, and as you can see, they're in great condition, and they're in my daughter's size. So this is perfect because this is what I kept seeing in most of the pictures that I was, getting my inspiration from. So I'm super happy we found the boots. This one has a little bit of, I don't know what it is on there, like white spots, but I was playing around with it and they came off. So I feel like there was like a spillage and they spilled on here. So I'm just gonna give this a clean, and they are good to go. They also fit my daughter, so I'm super happy about that. And me and my little one both have the same size of shoes, so in case she doesn't like them, I might keep them because I thought they were so cute. I like them. Okay, another piece that I found at a different thrift store is this belt right here. What I'm planning to do is that I need to make a gun holster. So I'm hoping, I can cut this to fit it her size around her leg, and just use the remaining to make more straps. I really wanted it to be a little bit longer, but I like the way this one looks right here, the little buckle part. That's kind of what I was, hoping to find. I only found one, but that is okay. I think I'll be able to make this work. So this item does not go with her costume because this is, if I'm not mistaken, Iron Man face little thingy, but I needed something like a mold to make her face mask right here, and this kind of has a similar look to the Red Hood face mask, except for his has a little bit of an outer thing. I'll pop up some pictures, but I think this is going to be perfect. I can use this as a mold and kind of use this to shape and make the other mask that I need to make. And last, for her outfit, my actually favorite piece, I found this beautiful faux leather jacket brand new, as you can see, still has the tag. And a new thrift store that just opened up in my hometown, which I had no idea, but somebody told me about it. It was only $15, which is not bad. And as you can see, she is in great condition. I saw a lot of the pictures that were popping up for like the female version of Red Hood had this style of jacket. So the fact that it has like the zippers that I was hoping to find, you know, the detail of this right here. So if she wants to like stand it up to make it more like streety. Yeah, super happy. It fits her really, really good, which is awesome. I think this is a jacket that's actually going to stay in her closet for like fall and winter because it looked really, really good on her. So super happy I found this. And like I said, brand new in the size medium for $15. Not bad. I'm super happy. I ended up going the next day to shop around and find more things because I wouldn't have found this if I wouldn't have gone. So super happy. One of my favorite finds for this Halloween, you know, costume. So for my oldest, she is going to be in the Green Lantern. I kind of had some pieces at home already, so I wasn't looking for much, but one of the main pieces that I was really wanting to find was like a zip up type of jacket. That way I could build on top of it. That's at least what, you know, what's in my in my imagination or in my, you know, thoughts. And I actually ended up finding one which was awesome. As you can see here, it's one of these jackets that tend to be a little bit tight, and I wanted it to be like that because I needed it to look like a bodysuit. Yeah, it was going to be separate pieces. This has a zipper down in the middle, so it is a jacket. And when she zips it up, it comes all the way up here, which is perfect, just what I was wanting, and it fits her nice and tight. So it gives you that illusion that is a bodysuit. We already have the leggings, and even though I didn't find the shorts at Goodwill, I ended up finding them at Walmart, which is funny, and they were only $10, and there's some pair of shorts that she could use again after this, so it's perfect. And this actually fits her really nicely, so if she ever just wants to wear it around, if it's able to be worn again, she could. So we'll see, but so far super happy. And this one I found at Goodwill. So we were looking for some white boots, and of course I knew I wasn't gonna find them. So I got the idea that maybe I'm going to make like some slip-on little sock covers that I could put over a boot. However, she didn't have any like knee-high boots, and I ended up finding some in one of our local thrift stores here. These were only $8, which are not bad at all. Really cute, and they fit really nice on her. They're a size 10, which I'm super happy I even found them. But what I'm thinking I'm going to do with these is, like I said, make like a little slip-on cover up so it looks like the boot is white, and just stuff the extra material inside to hide it, and they'll give the illusion that she has, you know, some white satin boots on. I'm hoping it works out the way I'm thinking, but she actually really liked these boots, and she's been wanting some of these style of boots, which is even funnier that I found them. So we know these are going to be staying, you know, in her closet after Halloween. To my costume. So I actually ended up finding a few good pieces for my costume, which I'm super excited about. I do have to DIY some things onto the costume, but the pieces that I have are perfect. We're gonna start off with the boots that are right here. I found these boots in the same place at Winter Haven that I found my oldest boots, which are awesome. These were also $8, which are not bad, and I love how they look on me. So they're going to be staying in my closet. I actually don't have boots like this in my closet, and I'm trying to make something that's going to attach to it. Like I'm trying to think like it's just gonna go like right on top, so I don't have to glue the leaves on here. So I am able to remove it after Halloween and not damage the boots, and they're still wearable. So I'm super happy I found these because, like I said, I don't have anything in my closet like this, and I love the little tie-up detail in the back, and I love how it's like longer up here and then shorter in the back. And they were my size, so super happy. For the next item for my costume, we actually found together, which is funny. I think this used to be a Peter Pan costume, but I'm going to be DIYing it and fixing a few things. One thing I really want to do to this is hopefully be able to dye the fabric because it is a little bit lighter than I wish it was. And I will be removing like the sleeves and maybe the collar as well because I prefer it without the collar. And this, just kind of going with what I have, you know, in my brain at the moment, but it fits nice, even though it is a small, yeah, it is a size small. It fit perfect, which is awesome. But yeah, this is gonna be like the main piece that I have for my costume. I saw a lot of pictures that had like this little cutout detail on the bottom, kind of why I decided to keep this piece. So super happy, and I found this one at Goodwill. Another item that we found together at Goodwill are the leggings. You saw the moment I found these. I was super happy that I found these because this is actually the color I'm trying to go for. So if I'm able to dye this the same color as this or close to this, I'm going to be super happy because I would prefer this to be like this color. But like I said, I have a lot of DIYing to do, a lot of shifting around of stuff. So yeah, but super happy. These fit. They're also really, really thick, and they suck you in really nice, which is awesome. Like I said, I found these at Goodwill as well. So super happy with this one. And since we're being poison ivy this year, we needed poison ivy leaves, and I was having a lot of trouble finding these, and I just randomly popped into one thrift store that I hadn't been to in a while and found this a big old bush of poison ivy looking leaves. There's some that have like white detail like this. So I was thinking, hopefully crossing my fingers, that when I dye my other item, this will dye as well. I'm hoping. I'm hoping to find some type of dye that I can stick everything in and it dyes. But for $2, I couldn't leave it behind because I'm trying to find like the poison ivy leaves on Amazon, and for like a few rolls, like even Walmart, I saw one like a really small roll of those leaves. They wanted $10 for them. So I'm like, I'm about to destroy this thing. I don't want to pay to destroy it. So for $2, like I said, not bad. And these are a lot for $2. So super happy that I found the leaves. Even though we were thrifting for, our Halloween costumes, I did find some really nice pieces while I was looking for other things. I'm gonna start off with the piece from Salvation Army, which is this really pretty blazer right here. It hits me all the way to the knee, which I'm super happy because I don't have anything in my closet like this. I love the detail on this blazer. It's a size ML, and it is from the brand The Vintage Shop. And I love it. They gave it to me for $5, which is not a bad price. And like I said, I don't have anything in my closet. The condition was really, really nice. So super happy. Can't wait to play around with this for fall. And as you guys know, I love going to Goodwill, and while we were there looking for Halloween stuff, I did find some pieces that we could use on an everyday basis. I still have not altered all the other skirts, so I'm super happy I found this one right here. I have been wanting just a regular stretchy maxi style skirt, and I love it. If I'm not mistaken, yeah, it has a slit on the side that I love my skirts to have a slit. So I cannot wait to fix this up so I can use this for fall, because this is super, super cute and something that I have been wanting for a very long time. And yeah, it is from the brand Jaclyn Smith Classic. It is a 2XL, but like I said, I am going to fix it and make it my size. So I cannot wait to wear this. As we were looking for our leggings for our costume, I happened to come upon this right here, and I think I showed it to you guys, and I was like, it's not the style that I want, and I continued looking, but then I went back to look at it again. I realized it was a Michael Kors size medium. These are the wide leg stretchy pants, and I love these because I have some in black and I wear them all the time. So the fact that I found them in green, I was super excited and had to pick them up. They look really, really nice on me. I really, really love them. So super happy to have found these. Another item that I can use for like I'm going somewhere and I just need something really quick and casual. This is gonna be great. This is going to be a constant rotation for me. And for the next item, it's actually not for me. It's actually for my daughter. I'm super happy I found it because this piece right here has been on her Pinterest for a while. And I've told you guys before, when I go thrifting, I tend to keep an eye out for things that she might be wanting. And we found this piece before, but she wasn't a fan of the part right here of the arm because it was like on a flare. She really wanted it to be more like this, more of a straight. And the fact that I found it, I was super happy. I love the detail on this little cover up right here where she can just tie it right here, and then the little ruffles right here. I think it's adorable. So I cannot wait for her to, dress this up. It's been on her Pinterest for a while, so I'm super happy I was able to find this for her. So that is it, everybody. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this haul. I know it's not your typical haul for thrifting, but those are some items I am going to be needing. And the funny part is some of these items are actually going to be staying in their closet, like the jackets and the boots are things that I know they're going to be able to use for fall and winter, which is awesome. And I'm happy I found those items. And then I'm in love with, you know, my side quest items that I found on the side. There's always that one item that just catches your attention, so I'm super happy I found these pieces. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this haul. Very different, like I said, than what we're used to, but as you can see, you don't have to buy your typical Halloween costume. Go out, DIY it, have some fun with it. That's what I love to do. I've always loved just DIYing my kids' costumes, so the fact that I get to do this again, super excited. So I will let you guys go. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you guys all next time. You guys have a wonderful day.